Good morning, everyone. Hope all is well. Muy buenos días, muy buenos días. Espero que esté bien, mi gente. Y gracias por acompañarme hoy. El día de hoy vamos a aprender cómo quejarse. What's that mean? Anyone know? Give you everyone a moment here to tune in. Again, this will be every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, the clocks go back, so it'll go back to 10 a.m. So everybody can, get ready, learn some Spanish on Sunday, and get ready for what's coming up football season. Today, on this special class, I have an invited guest. Always going to start having invited guests. I'll invite the guests. If they want to join the class, it's up to them. But every Sunday, we're going to start doing something special. We'll have the invited class here. Let's see. So you can choose, student, you can either choose to have your camera on or off. It's up to you. Let's see. Send me a message. Send me a message, student, to see if you want your camera on or off. And let me know. Okay, well, let's go ahead and bring them on today. And let's see. Good morning, sir.
Buenos días, maestro. ¿Cómo está, señor?
Estoy muy bien, gracias a Dios. Aquí estoy de nuevo en la lucha. Aquí estoy de nuevo en la lucha. Aquí estoy de nuevo en la lucha. So today we're going to be learning how to complain about certain situations that go wrong. And we're going to have that vocabulary built around that. Again, I always say, I have a list of vocabulary and a worksheet. So go ahead, email me if you want to get a copy of that list and that worksheet, okay? Estoy de nuevo en la lucha. Anybody know what la lucha means? Aquí estoy de nuevo en la lucha. Anybody knows what that means? La lucha?
The fight.
There you go. The struggle. All right. You got it. Good. And this young man, he's been a former student of mine. Because of scheduling conflicts, we had to, stop his classes. He said he was going to rejoin me at some time in the future. And here we are. He's going to join me. I don't know. You're going to be here every Sunday or many times as you can, I guess.
As many times as I can, yes.
All right. Great. So you'll be one and we'll get someone else and we'll do it like that. So today we're going to learn cómo quejarse. Cómo quejarse. So what does that mean? Quejarse. Anybody know? Señor, ¿qué significa quejarse? You know what that means? Okay. Señor Allen, ¿me escuchas? Can you hear me? Okay, have a pause there for a minute. It may have went out. Hope everyone is there. Can hear me. Hopefully it's not me that's pausing and it's his line. Well, he'll be back as soon as he can, I guess. ¿Cómo quejarse? Okay, yep, I am good. So anyone knows what that means? ¿Cómo quejarse? Okay, well, he'll join us when he can. He'll come back. And I'll bring him back in. How about that? Let's see. I'm going to mute my feedback screen here so we don't get any feedback. Okay, so anybody knows what that means? ¿Cómo quejarse? ¿Cómo quejarse? Okay, quejarse. If we look at it, that's a reflexive verb. Quejarse. That means to complain. To complain. Quejarse. To complain. Now, if you don't know how reflexive verbs work, verbos reflexivos, go ahead and take a look at my video. I did a video on verbos reflexivos. I want you to take a look at that. Okay? A ver. But let's take a look here. Before we go any further, I want to give you a phrase to learn on a new greeting. I'm going to go slow so you can hear the pronunciation correctly. And then after that, I will go fast so you can learn to say it in a natural tone. You don't want to be pausing in the middle of your sentences. You don't want to talk like this. Okay, he's back. Welcome back.
Perdóname, señor. Mi wifi no funciona. Perdóname.
Listo. Tranquilo, hermano. No pase nada. Tranquilo, no pase nada. Tranquilo. No pase nada. Ok, una pregunta para usted. ¿Qué significa quejarse? You know what that means? Quejarse.
Quejarse, what are you doing? Or
Quejarse means to complain.
oh, quejarse. Quejarse, sí, señor.
Quejarse. Es un verbo reflexivo. You know how reflexive verbs work?
Sí.
Okay, give us an example of a reflexive verb. Give us a reflexive verb, what it means, and then conjugate it for us.
Bañarse.
Oh, listo.
Esta mañana me baño en mi baño, en mi bathroom.
En mi baño, sí. En mi baño, right. Okay. Esta mañana me baño en mi baño. Okay. I mean, it sounds crazy, but that's how it works. So this morning I bathe or I take a bath in my bathroom.
Sí.
Okay. Now, how do you say yesterday I took a bath? How would you say that?
Ayer un momento.
So,
Bañado.
okay. So we have to sharpen you up on your past tense conjugation of verbs. Ayer me bañé.
Me bañé.
Me bañé.
Ayer me bañé.
Sí. So since we have the verb bañarse, let's go ahead and give a quick refresher on how to conjugate that verb in the past, okay?
Sí.
So let's do this. We have me bañé. The endings of a verb are very important. Don't let anyone, on these miracle people talking about learn Spanish in a month, 3 months, 8 months, and you may learn a few phrases and a little bit of conversation, but you're not coming fluent in Spanish in 8 months. Okay, so don't let anyone talk about. Don't let them try to confuse you or entice you into believing you can become fully fluent in a language in 8 months. Doesn't work that way. Pero, okay, pero me bañé. Te bañaste. Okay. Él, ella, usted se bañó. Yo, okay. Nosotros nos bañamos. Ellos, ellas, ustedes se bañaron. Se bañaron. Okay. So take a look at those past tense, simple past endings. And I want you, sir, to tell me the endings only.
Perdón, maestro, pero no puedo verte. No puedo ver. Este programa es nuevo para mí. Y
Okay.
I can't see what you're writing. I don't know why.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's do this. We're going to do this. I want you to, we have in the studio here, and we're going to open up another window, another web window.
Sí.
And I want you to go to YouTube and look up my broadcast. But when you pull it up, my broadcast on YouTube, I want you to mute it on YouTube. Okay?
Sí, señor.
Let me see. Where is I know there's an option to send a private. Oh, here we are. Private chat. I'm sorry. Well, let's do this. I'll also send it to you in private chat. Here we go. Tell me if you see the private chat pop up. You don't have to worry about going to the YouTube stream right now.
Okay.
A second here. I'm not a super fast typer. So 1 moment. Okay. Our chat. Well, I didn't send it yet, so you're not going to see anything yet.
Okay, I just want to make sure mine was working.
I can't type as fast as I can talk, but I can do it.
Okay.
Okay. Give me 1 second. All right. So what I'll do is once again, me bañé, te bañaste, se bañó, nos bañamos, se bañaron. Okay, there it is. You got it now, right?
Sí, sí.
Good. All right. So go ahead and take a look at that. I want you to tell me the endings only for that preterite conjugated verb. The endings only.
Okay, tilde e.
No, just make the sound ending.
Oh, okay. E.
Muy bien.
With the tilde. Hasta.
Muy bien.
O.
Muy bien.
Y amos.
Muy bien.
Aeron.
Oh, almost. Aron. Right. So remember, only 5 syllables or 5 sounds in the Spanish alphabet, 5 vowel sounds. What are those 5 vowel sounds? Do you remember?
Put me on the spot.
Well, this is a class. This is learning. This is not a test.
Okay. A, E, I, O, U.
You got it. See, it's easy.
Sí,
So anytime if you have any vowels that you see in any word in Spanish, that's all there are. We don't have to worry about the long A. We don't have to worry about A, no, it don't work like that. So always remember that, okay? And every letter in the Spanish word makes a sound, except which letter is that?
H.
H, sí. La H es muda. Repeat, la H es muda.
La H es mula.
Muda. La H es muda.
Muda.
Exactly. All right. Let's see here. Buenos dias. Okay, so that's basically the AR conjugation of a simple verb in the past, the AR verbo and el pretérito, and you understand how reflexive verbs work. So that's going to be our focus, reflexive verb. Como quejarse. Also, let's take a look here. I want to start off with a different greeting. Everybody says estoy bien, but we got to get out of the habit of just saying estoy bien. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you a new phrase real quick. We'll go ahead and teach this new phrase. Aquí en la lucha ando caminando, buscando billullo. Okay? Aquí en la, ask me how am I doing?
¿Cómo está, señor?
Hermano, aquí en la lucha caminando, buscando billullo.
Okay.
So, did you catch that?
No, you're demasiado rápido para mí.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and send it in the chat here for everyone to see. And I'll send it to you. En la lucha, hermano, caminando, buscando billullo. Okay, so what I want everyone to do is I want them to practice saying that phrase when someone asks you, hey, ¿cómo estás? Well, if it's an hermano, you say hermano. If it's a hermana, you say hermana. Aquí en la lucha, hermana, caminando, buscando billullo. Okay, so I sent it here. Let's go ahead and
maestro, compromiso, pero no lo verte.
Okay, I can't.
Never mind. I see it now.
Okay, so let me repeat. I can't type as fast as I can talk. So give me the time for a delay. You know, a delay effect. Yes.
Sí, señor.
Let's see. I'm going to turn on the light here. See if that helps this little bits. Okay, that helps a little bit. Let's see here. A little bit helps a little bit. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let me go ahead and go to. All right. Buenos días. Que estés bien, señor. Estás en Perú, es what, Colombia. Okay, yo creo que, okay, good. All right, so we're going to take a look at. First, let's go ahead and knock out this new phrase we're going to learn. Everybody see it? Okay. So I want you to repeat. Aquí en la lucha, hermano.
Aquí en la lucha, hermano.
Camellando.
Cambiando.
Buscando billuyo.
Billo.
Billuyo.
Billuyo.
Ajá. Buscando billuyo.
Buscando billuyo.
Ajá. Aquí en la lucha, hermano, camellando, buscando billuyo.
Aquí en la lucha, hermano, caminando, buscando billuyo.
Muy bien, muy bien. So let's see. Do you know what that means? Let's see if you know what that means.
To dissect it, senor, aquí, here in the fight, in the beautiful fight, caminando no entiendo las palabras, buscando, searching for billudo, no entiendo la palabra billudo.
Is that billuto? Say it again.
Billuyo.
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 Okay. So we have two new words here. Camellar. This is a good phrase to learn if you're traveling through Colombia. They'll say, hey, you stepped your Spanish, like you're leveling up on your Spanish when you say this. Camellar. ¿Qué significa camellar? Camellar significa to work hard. Okay? To work hard. Aquí en la lucha, hermano, caminando, buscando el billuyo. Okay. And billuyo is a coastal term for what we also say La Plata, Lucas, dinero. Okay? Billuyo significa La Plata, Lucas, dinero. Okay? So, ¿qué significa billuyo? ¿Qué significa billuyo?
Significa dinero, significa money, efectivo. Lucas, no entiendo las palabras. Lucas. La plata es gold. La plata es silver. Es silver.
Okay, so those two terms, La Plata, Lucas,
sí.
That are two terms when you're in the continent or you're speaking in Colombia, it means dinero.
Sí.
Dinero, okay? So ¿qué significa billuyo?
Dinero. Efectivo, lo mismo, ¿no?
Efectivo, billuyo. But I'm going to need you to answer every question in a complete sentence. That's how you improve your conversational skills. ¿Qué significa billuyo?
La palabra billudo significa dinero.
Muy bien. Excelente. Okay, so I'm going to ask you how you doing, and I want you to use that new phrase you learned, okay?
Okay. Sí, señor.
Okay. Hermano, muy buenos días. ¿Cómo estás?
Aquí en la lucha, hermano, caminando, buscando billuyo.
Okay, muy bien. Now what you got to do is get the pauses out of your phrase and master that phrase.
Sí,
so next week you'll have it down, right?
Sí, señor. ¿Cómo se dice? I will try.
We don't try in here. We do it. Yes. Just say yes. Sí, hermano. Sí.
Sí, señor.
Perfecto. A ver. Listo. Okay. So now, here we are. ¿Cómo quejarse? Okay? So let's begin what we want to learn. How to complain. ¿Cómo quejarse? All right. So we have the verb quejarse. Señor Allen, ¿qué significa quejarse?
La palabra quejarse significa complain.
Uh-huh.
Any
To complain.
to
To complain.
complain. To
All
complain.
right. So now we know how to conjugate reflexive verbs. We have to use the reflexive pronoun. So let's work on a little bit. I'm going to give you 3 phrases I want you to say.
Sí, señor.
I want you to say, let's see, she complains a lot.
Uh,
So you
ella,
remember this is a class. So if you need to write it down, then say it. Please, by all means, do so.
sí,
This is
señor.
not a test.
Okay, ella se har mucho. Ella se har mucho, ¿no?
Okay. What's the verb? Make sure you know the verb. What is the verb? Look
Uh,
at the
la verbo es harse.
no. Quejarse.
Quejarse, quejarse. Okay. So ella quejarse mucho.
Well, you have to conjugate the verb, right?
Sí. Ella difícil para mí, señor. No sé.
Oh, no. Don't no. Say try. Give it a try.
Okay.
Give it a try. Before.
The conjugate I'm to conjugate the verb quejarse.
See. And who you conjugating it to?
Ella.
Right.
Por lo tanto, ella que se har. Ella que quejar mucho.
Okay. Ella se queja mucho. Muy bien, muy
Se
bien, muy
queja
bien. Ella
mucho.
se queja mucho.
Sí,
And the reason why I say ella se queja mucho
sí.
in vez de se queja mucho is because, if you want to distinguish between él se queja mucho or ella se queja mucho. So with third person, I always put the pronoun in there so we know who we're talking about specifically. All right, so you need to sharpen up on your reflexive verb conjugation.
Sí,
All right,
sí.
write
Sí.
that down. Reflexive verb conjugation. Okay, so let's look at something in the past. Let's go ahead and say one word in the one phrase in the past. Yesterday, I complained about the rain. Yesterday, I complained about the rain. Try that one.
Okay. Un momento. Okay. Uh, okay. Tengo preguntas, señor. Uh, uh, de trátalo la uh,
Uh-oh, going out again. Uh-oh, it went out again. All right, well, wait for him to come back. I'll wait for him to come back. As we wait for him to come back, let's go ahead. I'm in Panama, by the way. So looks like my internet is doing quite well out here in this third world country. I'll do another show, another class about these term third world countries and the qualities and services you can get. But as you can see, it seems to me my internet is doing pretty well out here in this air quotes third world country. All right, so he'll be back. All right, so people. Let's see what you got. What you got there. Anybody want to take a chance at that? Yesterday I complained about the rain. Yesterday I complained about the rain. Who's going to answer that before I put the answer in? Who's going to answer that? Any takers? All right. Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. Muy bien. Okay, we got it. All right. So there it is. Ayer me quejé de la lluvia. Mhm. Ayer me quejé de la lluvia. Muy bien, muy bien. All right. So we see how the verb quejarse, to complain, works. And we use the preposition de, la preposición de, to complain about. Quejarse de. Okay? So we're seeing how that works. Good. All right. Now, there are a lot of situations you can complain about. So what you want to do is when you want to practice the situation you want to complain about, you go ahead and build up the vocabulary around the situation that you want to complain about, and you practice. Okay. All right. So here we have it. Here we have it. We have a lot of situations we can complain about. We have a lot of situations that we can, come up with scenarios. That's the best way to build confidence in your Spanish speaking ability. So tell me one thing, Senor Alan. Tell me one thing that you can complain about, which you can make a complaint about. Give me one.
Señora, realmente no tengo una quejarse, las quejarse, pero if I had something to complain about, it would be this internet service. I don't know what's going on. I guess it's because it's a foreign connection. The system's going haywire. And it's AT&T. It's supposed to be one of the best in my community, so I don't understand why it keeps going out. I apologize, maestro.
No hay problema. Mira, hermano, tranquilo, hermano, no pase nada, no pase nada. Okay. La queja. La queja means the complaint. So check this out. I did a video about complaining about internet as well. Okay, so check that video out too, so you can go ahead and complain to the people about that internet. I'm in Panama, so my internet is doing pretty good. It looks like to be doing better than yours in the US.
Unfortunately today, yes, sir.
Okay, so I did a video about complaining about internet. Check that video out. But today, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and take a look at something. I'm going to share the screen here with everyone. And let's see. I don't know if I can send you a document or not. Anyway, let's do this. I'll do it real quick. I'll send you a document in your email. I'll send it to you in your email real quick. It's called Llama Fontanero. Okay, so I'm going to give you that document there. So make sure you'll have it. Just give me one moment. Let me post it here, and then you'll get that document. But I'm going to show it here on the screen. Anyone who wants to get any of the copy of the documents, remember, send me an email message, and we'll get you squared away. Let's see, where is it here? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, I guess I better find the right chapter. Oh, yes, right chapter. Yeah. That should be it there. Capítulo 14. Ajá, sí, capítulo 14. Listo. Excelente, ok. Acabo de enviarte un documento. I just sent you a document, so you should be good. And then let's go ahead. I'm sorry, say that again?
In me, sí, gracias.
Sí, 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 sí.
I have it. Okay.
All right, so here we are, here we are. Let's go ahead and say, oye, este culicagado está haciendo demasiado ruido. That's a complaint. Este culi cagado haciendo Anybody know what that means?
Secando. El agua
Este
no
culicargado, este culicargado está haciendo demasiado ruido.
ruido.
Sí, sí,
La palabra significa noise. Ah,
sí, sí, sí. Este culicargado está haciendo demasiado ruido. That's a complaint.
es la frase en la documento.
No, no, no. These are just messages I'm sending here. Este culi.
Okay.
Este culicargado está haciendo demasiado ruido. Culicargado. Culicargado. Cargado.
Culigagado, no
Yeah,
entiendo
it's like
la
little, it's a
culigagado.
slang word for the kid.
Ah,
Hey, you little, just keep this, we'll keep this class PG-13. Hey, you little, you're making too much noise.
sí.
Okay, culicargado. So we're going to learn a few slang phrases here in this class as well, too. Let's see. En Venezuela le me dice chamo, chama. Este chamo está haciendo demasiado ruido. Okay, chamo, cule cargado, chamo. Okay, so there we have it. Cule cargado says is cule cargado an insult? Well, cule cargado is just a slang word to say for kids in there. So for little kids, if you say, "Hey, you little kid, come here, you're pissing me off."
Sí.
Sí. Me están encabronando, cule cargado. Ven acá. Cabronear, to piss off. Okay. That's another phrase. That's another one I want to give you. Cabronear. Encabronar. That's the Mexican way to say to piss off. Encabronarse. So let's see here. We'll do it like this. Encabronarse. O cabronear. Encabronarse, cabronear. Those two verbos significan to piss off.
Encabronarse. Encabronarse.
Cabronarse o cabronear.
Cabronear. Cabronear.
Sí, sí, sí. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and learn how to say one complaint here. How do you say, I get pissed off when he makes too much noise? Use the verb, reflexive verb again. I want to use the verb encabronarse. So how would you say, I get pissed off when he makes too much noise? How do you say?
Encabronó cuando cuando un momento, cuando hace demasiado ruido.
Go ahead, write it down, and then take a look. I get pissed off when he makes too much noise. That's a complaint, right?
Sí, señor. Encabronarse. Ah, sí. Me encabro encabronó cuando hacer demasiado ruido.
Okay, so remember this phrase, la H es muda, right?
La H es muda.
What does that mean?
No sé, la H
Es muda.
es muda, is silent. The H is silent. Sí. So me encabronó encabrono cuando hacer demasiado ruido.
Okay. So who's making the too much noise? Who's making the too much noise? We have to remember that.
He.
So try again.
See. Okay. But in cabro no say it's reflexive on me, right? Because I'm getting
Sí,
angry.
sí.
So it would still be me encabrono.
Right. Me encabrono.
Me encabrono. Cuando do I use the pronoun here? El.
Well, you use the pronoun if you
Sí.
don't know
If it's a he or
who. Yeah, you don't know. You use the pronoun if you don't know who's making too much noise. But if someone already knows who's making too much noise, who you're referring to, you don't have to use the pronoun.
okay, so and because I conjugated cabronan, how you say that? In cabronarse, I don't need to conjugate any other verbs within the sentence.
That's
So
a good question. That's a good question. And the answer to that question is yes, you do need to conjugate the second verb in the
okay,
sentence.
that's where I got confused then. So I need to conjugate the verb hacer, is what you say.
Exactamente.
Okay. So how will I know when I shouldn't conjugate the second verb that appears in the sentence?
Okay, good question. Good question. So let's take a look at that. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I got a thing here. I want to share screen here. Boom, boom. All right. Can you see the document I'm sharing here?
Sí, señor.
Good. So this is the document. Llama al fontanero. Llama al fontanero. Listo. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at two examples. How do I know when to conjugate the second verb? Okay, so let's take a look. We'll do our first example here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So I get pissed off when he makes too much noise. Okay? I get pissed off upon pissed off upon hearing the noise. All right, so this is how you know when. How many subjects do we have in this first example? Example number one.
Okay, you have I and he. So and well,
Exactly.
noise.
You are correct. We have I and we have he. Say that again. I'm sorry, say that again. What was that?
I and he.
Right, exactly. You have I and he. What about the second example? How many subjects do we have in that?
One.
Exactly. So one subject, two verbs. We don't conjugate the second verb, right?
Okay, one subject, two verbs. You don't conjugate the second one. One subject, two verbs. Gotcha. I see. So there's a correlation between the number of verbs you have, depending upon whether or not you conjugate the second verb. So if I have two subjects in a sentence, then I would have to conjugate the verb for each subject. Is what you're saying?
Exactly. Two subjects. You can see what I'm typing here, right?
See.
All right. You got it. You got it. That's it. So how would you say I get pissed off upon hearing the noise? See,
Um. That word again. Incabor. Me incabrano Cuando, I drew a blank. How do you say here? Escuchar la ruido. Cuando escuchar la ruido, el ruido.
Sí. Me encabrono al escuchar el ruido. Me encabrono al escuchar el ruido.
Me encabrono al escuchar el ruido.
Sí. That's how it's said.
Gracias.
Okay. So you know, two subjects, two verbs, conjugate both verbs. One subject, two verbs, conjugate first verb only, or don't conjugate the second verb.
Sí, señor.
A ver, okay. All right. Here. And I'm going to put that. Okay, a good question. Why escuchar over here? I'm sorry, why escuchar over oír? Well, you can use oír as a matter of fact. Oír would be better to use. So, yeah, that is a good one. Yeah. Oír. I will say oír.
Oh, yeah.
All right. See. So it would be better to use oír. Right. Me encabrono al oír el ruido. Okay. Okay, cut it off and okay, cut my message off. Okay, let me type. I'm gonna retract this one here.
Okay.
Because it cut it off. They don't like that it cut it off. Can I retract it? I don't know. Guess you can say hide it. Okay. So we'll do it like that. Encabrono a oír el ruido. Alright. Me encabrono a oír el ruido. Ruido. Listo. Perfecto, perfecto. A ver. Okay, so work on your past tense conjugation for simple past and your reflexive verb conjugation. Okay,
Sí,
let's go back to, like I said, there's a lot of things you can complain about. Let's go back to what I want to complain about today. Llama al fontanero. Llama al fontanero. Let's take a look here and review the vocabulary. I want you to work on your pronunciation. So I want you to pronounce the words in español solamente. Las palabras en español solamente. Okay?
sí.
All right. So whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Okay. Vocabulario. Atascar, to clog up. El desegue, the drain. El fontanero, the plumber. Gotear, to drip. El inodoro, el inodoro, ¿no? ¿Es correcto, no? El inodoro.
Go ahead. We'll go over it again.
Okay. El lavamanos, llave de tubo, pipe wrench. La tubería, la chupa, el desatascador, el fregadero, la gotera, la inundación, la llave, la llave, tapar, is it tapar, sí, el tubo.
Okay. All right, so here we are. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and go over that pronunciation of the verbs in Spanish again. Remember, you have to work on your Spanish vowel sounds. You're still mixing your English in there.
Sí.
Okay, so let's begin. Okay, atascar, 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 atascar. Okay, el desagüe, el desagüe, el desagüe, el fontanero, el fontanero, gotear, 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 el inodoro, el inodoro, el lavamanos, el lavamanos, llave de tubo, llave de tubo, la tubería, la tubería, la chupa, la chupa, el destascador, el destascador, oh, qué pena, el desatascador. Sí,
Ah,
el desatascador. That's a long one there.
es desatazador. Sí.
Desatascador, el desatascador. ¿Ok? El fregadero, el fregadero. La gotera, la gotera. La inundación, la inundación. La llave, tapar, tapar.
Tapa.
El tubo, el tubo.
Ah,
Okay.
sí.
So it's just a brief list of vocabulary that we can use here when we want to make a complaint. It's called llama al fontanero. Like I said, there's a lot of things you can complain about. Una llanta pinchada, flat tire. So just think of the scenarios in which you can complain about. So say you're in a hotel and you notice you wake up in the morning after your first night in the hotel,
Mm.
and you wake up in the morning, you go in the bathroom, and there's a pile of water on the floor. Mhm. It's a pile, or I'm sorry, not a pile, a puddle of water on the floor, a puddle of water. It's a puddle of water on the floor. You want to call the reception and you want to tell them you have a puddle of water on the floor. Mhm. So that's going to be the scenario to complain about. You have a puddle of water on the floor, okay? And how do you say puddle? It's charco. Un charco. Go ahead. Let me send that to you in the comments here. Un charco. Wake up in the morning from your hotel stay, and in the morning time you wake up and you see un charco en el baño. Tiene un charco en el baño. Okay. That's going to be a scenario we're going to complain to the reception about. They need to come get it fixed. Okay. El charco. So ¿qué significa, señor? ¿Qué significa el charco?
La palabra significa puddle en inglés.
Ajá. El charco significa the puddle. El charco.
Charco.
Sí, muy bien, muy bien. Okay. So now we want to complain about that to the reception. So let's see. We're going to practice that, and I want you to complain to me. Let's see. I'm going to pull up the vocabulary here so you can see the vocabulary on the screen. Llama al fontanero. I want you to complain. Tell me I need to call the plumber. Llama el fontanero. Okay?
Okay. Do it now, sir?
Sí, sí, sí. Hola. Muy buenos días. ¿En cómo le puedo ayudar?
Muy buenos días, señor. Estoy enojado contigo con el hotel. Necesito un fontanero. Hay un, okay, charro,
Charco.
charco en mi baño.
Ay, qué pena, señor. Lo siento mucho. ¿Y desde cuándo viste ¿Desde cuándo viste el charco?
No sé, anoche fue la cama y esta mañana el charco.
Bueno, señor, qué pena, señor. Lo siento mucho. Voy a llamar al fontanero inmediatamente.
Inmediatamente, no entiendo la palabra inmediatamente.
Immediately.
Immediately. Sí, immediately. Sí.
Inmediatamente.
Gracias, señor. Apúrate, por favor, apúrate.
Listo, listo. Inmediatamente voy a llamar al fontanero.
Sí.
¿Vale?
Vale.
Ok, good, 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 good. ¿Y cuál es tu número de habitación? ¿Cuál es tu número de cuarto?
La número de mi cuarto es 1, 2, 3.
Listo, listo. Y entonces voy a llamar al fontanero a la habitación 123.
123. Sí, correcto.
El
123.
número de la habitación es 123, ¿cierto?
123. 100. See, I'm still working on numbers, maestro. 123. Sí, sí.
1, 2, 3, ¿cierto?
Sí, sí, eres tu señor. Correcto.
Listo, perfecto, pues. No te preocupes, señor, y de nuevo lo siento mucho. ¿Listo?
Listo, señor. Gracias.
Okay, good, 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 good. So we just learned how to complain about a puddle in our hotel room when we wake up in the morning, okay?
Sí.
All right, well, I'm about to go ahead and wrap up. Hey, it wasn't that bad. Come
El
on.
maestro es muy duro.
Come on, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Sí, señor.
Okay, so we can go ahead and wrap up for today's class. If you have any questions, please send me a comment. If you have any complaints, if you have any critiques, send me a comment. All right, and remember, every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll go ahead and have our class. And I think we'll go ahead next week and, learn how to do a few more complaints about something, and then we'll move on to another subject. Señor, ¿hay alguna pregunta?
No, señor, no, tengo mucho practicar, mucho estudiar este tema para hoy. Pero no preguntes ahora, señor.
Listo. Bueno, señor, muchísimas gracias. And hopefully I wasn't too hard for you and you join me next week on the next class. Okay?
Tú siempre duro, señor. Tú siempre duro. Está bien.
Okay. So, if, like I said, if you have any future questions, just send me an email. Also, let me put my email address in here. You can get a copy of the document that we're losing for today. And any class that you want to get a copy of the document for, you go ahead and send me an email, and I will go ahead and send it out to you.
Gracias, señor.
You have to work on your past tense conjugation and work on your reflexive verb conjugations, okay?
Sí, señor.
All right. Well, damas, caballeros, muchísimas gracias. Vamos a terminar aquí y nos vemos la próxima semana. Chao
Gracias.
pues.
Chao.